All right, everyone. Hey, Tank Guy here. I'm on with Joe from Kwik Covers. How you doing, Joe?
Good. How you doing?
Great. So, Randy Hamilton connected us. Randy Hamilton's a friend of mine. But I also knew your brother, Nolan's Rental out in Rochester,
Right.
and Bernie. And I knew he was in Kwik Covers, but you are in Kwik Covers with him.
Correct.
You invented it, right?
Yeah. Well, we kind of did it together. Him and myself and my other brother. We were all at a party. Actually, we were at we were setting up for a birthday party for my other brother, Dave, his daughter, and that's when kind of the idea came about.
Right. So we're gonna get into Kwik Covers in a second, but why don't you just introduce yourself, your background in the event rental business,
Okay.
and how Kwik Cover, and then that'll naturally lead into how Kwik Covers came about.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. My name is Joe Puglisi, and I started in the party rental business back in the late 80s, early 90s or so. And I owned a party rental company myself for about 17, 18 years until I finally sold it in 2008. But I started probably about maybe 4 or 5 years after Bernie. He kept telling me like, oh, you should get in the party rental business, get in the party rental business. And I was in real estate. I sold real estate with my dad. And finally, after him telling me year after year, I was like, all right, let me do this. So I bought a couple tents from him and I started doing it. And then I only got tents. I didn't even have tables and chairs or anything. And then all of a sudden people started saying, do you have tables? Do you have chairs? Do you have tables? Do you have chairs? I said no, like about 6 times. And then I was like, I should probably have some tables and chairs. So I called Bernie back. I ended up buying some tables and chairs from him. And that's where it all started. And he actually sold me a 20 by 30 and a 15 by 15 canopy. That's where I started. And that very first year, I ended up putting a little ad in the local penny saver and, got a whole bunch of jobs. And at the same time I was in real estate. So it was kind of a side thing that I started to make a couple of car payments or whatever. And then the following year I ended up adding a couple more tents, a couple bigger tents, and one thing led to another. And I just, it kind of took off. So I started doing less in real estate and more in the party rental business as I continued to grow that, for several years.
Right. And then, so now comes along Kwik Covers. Like, why don't you, there's people who don't know, there is some people who don't know they are, especially a lot of these people are newer to the business.
Right. Okay. So what a Kwik Cover is, it's a fitted table cover that has elastic on the corners, or round ones have elastic all the way around. And basically you just stretch them on the table. We say that it's like a fitted bed sheet, like a banquet table is like a fitted bed sheet, or a round one is like a shower cap. Basically, when you put them on, you just stretch them on. You don't have to tape them, clip them, staple them, tack them, any of that. And it's just real quick, real easy. We have lots of different colors, different sizes. Pretty much any rental table size there is, we have a cover for it.
Right. So there's like hundreds of different colors. So basically the schools in your area, like I got 2 schools that got green in it. So I'd get white and green. Sure. I actually got 2 schools that have purple. So I'd get just white and purple and things like that.
Yep. And we have probably, I should know exactly, but we probably have maybe 15 to 20 different colors and prints and stuff like that. We have a few different prints and then, but we have a lot of colors, and most of them are, like you said, school colors and stuff like that.
Right. So you mentioned the convenience for the customer, but there's also a convenience for us as well, which is...
Yes, there's a huge convenience for the rental guy. Basically, if you, a lot of rental companies rent linens, and either they do nothing or they rent linens, or they can rent linens, or they can sell Kwik Covers. And if they sell the Kwik Covers to them, basically it's going to keep your tables free from, like what I said before, staples, tape, tacks, all kinds of stuff, junk that you can save. It both saves your equipment, and it also saves the labor that you're going to have to pay. Usually in the off season, you pay guys to sit there and pluck staples out of the tables and stuff like that. So, you're saving labor and you're saving your equipment.
Right. Because if the customer's not getting linens for like a wedding or something, and it's just a graduation party, they're just going down to Party City and getting that roll of plastic, cutting it, and then stapling it to the table so it doesn't blow away.
Exactly. So, and they love them too, because it saves them time when they're getting set up for their party. The last thing they want to worry about is having to tape or staple. We hate when they staple into our tables, but somehow they got to fasten those covers onto the tables. And it's a waste of time. If it's windy, it's difficult. So for them, it's a big time savings, and they got other things that they can do, with making their food and getting their party ready, and then having to worry about putting table covers on.
Right. And then for us, we're not having staples, which everyone's probably experienced it, picking up a table and moving it and then getting cut with a staple, or if the head of a pin falls off, that's worse. Than a staple.
And tacks, top of the tacks or whatever.
And then duct tape with torn plastic on it.
You name it. I used to get tables back, and they'd have staples in the top of the table with a staple gun, and they're using like a 3/4 inch like staple, and you're sitting there like, oh my god, the thing, when you take it out, it's like a 3/4 inches long, and you're like, come on.
Right. Kwik Covers are for tables, but you have other products in the Kwik Cover line, right?
We do have some other products. Yeah, we have what we call a Kwik skirt. And what that is, it's basically a plastic table skirt, and it has Velcro on it. A lot of rental companies use skirting, like linen skirting, and that has Velcro on it as well. So we actually sell a Kwik Cover that has the other side of the Velcro on it. So you can just put the Kwik Cover on, and then you just roll the skirt around it just like that. And also our Kwik skirt, we call them Kwik skirt covers. Okay, so they have Velcro on them. Most of our regular Kwik Covers are just standard, whatever color you pick. But our Kwik skirt covers have Velcro on them, so you can use those even if you do have linen skirts. So if you wanna cover your tables, instead of using the little plastic clips that everybody has, you lose those and whatever. So you can use a Kwik skirt cover and just put that on, and then roll your cloth skirts around that. So you can use your own skirts, or you can use our plastic Kwik skirts. And those are ones that you just sell. You sell to the customer, and then they can either keep them or reuse them or whatever, throw them out, doesn't matter. Right. And then we have some other items. We have like barrel covers for 55-gallon or 33-gallon barrels. We have block covers now also, because the concrete blocks are becoming popular. So we have those as well. We do have some center pole covers and side pole covers and stuff like that.
Okay, so like white side pole covers, I'm imagining, just disposable. Use them.
Yep, everything's disposable. Yeah, and actually, our center pole and side pole covers are kind of unique, where we actually sell a hoop that you put up, like almost like a bell ring. So what we do is we sell this plastic hoop with a rope and a pulley. So you buy that, and then those you reuse. Those you can continue to reuse, okay? And then the system we have with our center pole covers is you just there's a little grommet across the top, and you take and you just feed that onto the hoop, and you just hoist it up just like you're doing a flag up a pole, and then you just kind of tie it off, and that's it. And then our side pole covers are a little different too, where we sell a rod, like a side pole rod, that extends probably from like 24 to 36 inches. And the same thing, those have like a hem across the top. So you feed it on there, and you just put it in front. You hang it from the side pole valance rope. Right. And you just kind of put it down and you angle it. And then, you can tie it off with like a sash, or in the box that we sell them, it comes with like a little plastic strip that's, maybe 3 feet long, and you can kind of tie it off in the middle.
Right.
So that's kind of like almost like a curtain type look. We have pictures on our website and stuff.
Okay, cool. I'm putting pictures as you're talking, so everyone's going to see everything we're talking about.
Right.
So these are things that we as rental companies buy and then upcharge. We're not renting them from you, or you're not. We're not renting them to the end customer. It's literally we buy them, offer them, and then make a few bucks on them.
That's right. Yep. Just mark them up a little bit. The only thing you're going to keep is, like I said, if you do the pole covers, the center pole ring and pulley and rope, and then the side pole rod, and that's it. And those you can just keep reusing those,
right.
And the rest is disposable.
So where can everyone visit you and call you to talk about getting some Kwik Covers?
They can find us at www.kwikkcovers.com. That's KWIKCOVERS.com. And they can, everything is there. If you want, I was going to say, I'll give you a phone number here. I got to look at the phone number. Toll free, they can call 866-586-9620.
And everyone, those links and the phone number is going to be down in the description. I didn't do Kwik Covers in the past, but since I actually got out of the linen game, I don't want to do linens anymore because I'm sub-renting them. It's, got
Right.
10 different parties with them, and you got to sort them. It's annoying. And then they get wax or burnt or whatever. Just the whole logistics of sub-renting linens, I just stopped. We send them to other people. So now I'm going to move to Kwik Covers. Obviously, I'm not going to do weddings with Kwik Covers, but, I'm going to kind of make up the difference in the linens that I was doing weddings now with Kwik Covers for all the small parties.
Sure. Yeah, it's a great option for them. And what I always tell people is when you're going to sell them is when you book your other equipment. When somebody calls and says, hey, I'm having a graduation party, I got 80 people, then you're going to be like, okay, 20 by 40 tent, 8 tables, 80 chairs, whatever. We got these fitted covers. Your school is whatever the name of the school is. Your colors are green and white. We could sell you, 4 green ones and 4 white ones. And, it's like a fitted bed sheet. You just stretch it over. And most of the time they're like, oh yeah, give me those,
Right.
And that's how you kind of sell them. When you book your tables is when you offer them, for sale, just like everything else, just like any other upsell. Do you need lights? Do you need, dance floor, whatever it is, so it's the same as your other items that you're going to try to rent them,
Right. Well, Joe, thank you for being on. And everyone, like I said, all the links are in the description if you want to check out Kwik Covers.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Have a good night, man.
Okay. You too.